And welcome back to Terrafirmacraft. Foggy day. Here we are at the longhouse. I really should finish that up. I'll just do that off camera. Well, I don't know. Look how foggy it is, though, as the sun rises. A beautiful day in the world of TFC. Let's just do a little bit of work on the building here. So today's episode, I want to do two basic things and maybe some other stuff, maybe some building. I don't know. We'll see. The two basic things that I'd like to get done today are building a sheep farm and talking and or exploring the exciting world of food preservation in Terrafirmacraft. But I'm just doing a little bit of remodeling, a little bit of construction first. And yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Is that even? I think that's even. Anyway, we'll continue this later. Whoop, fall down. I'm definitely gonna have to get rid of this structure here, though. I don't know why this is still here. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, and this will help out with my lack of straw. So last time we were working on the cellar, guys, and I've decided to broaden out the topic a little bit. I want to do food preservation in general. So one really easy thing to do, if you're so lucky to be in a biome like me, a rock salt biome, grab some of your rock salt. Let's just do about that much. Oops. And take it over to your quern, and you stick it in the quern, and you give it a turn. Love the rhyme, don't you? And nothing. I think I know what I did. Oh, it only gave me 8. Oh, that's pretty cool. So one rock gives you 4. Okay. I need to be closer. Oops. There we go. So there you go. So you got some salt. Now, what you can do, well, here, raw fish. Perfect. Okay, now there's not a lot of fish here. And we definitely want to, I don't even know if I was on camera recording when we got this fish, but I'm going to go ahead and slice off the decay. Now what we can do is take your salt and take your fish, and then you get salted fish. And salt, I believe, decreases the decay rate by something like, I think it's 50%. So that is a really good technique to help preserve your food. It also changes the taste of your food, which is going to matter more later when we get a little bit more attuned with our cooking and stuff. But that's what we might call method number 1 for food preservation. Method number 2, well, we're working on the cellar right now, so method number 2 is going to be coming into play with that. We'll call that method number 2. Method number 3 is something that we could have easily done earlier, but we never got around to, and that is simply storing things in small ceramic vessels. We never really did that, but that would also decrease it substantially. It would slow it down by half, or by a factor of 2, or whatever the phrase is. So the main thing I'd like to do today is go ahead and create a sheep farm, and I'm thinking over here. My sheep are located right over there presently. It would not take much to get them over here. So I think let's go ahead and do that. So I think I'm just going to chop down some new trees to get that to happen. These trees up here are taking forever to grow, it seems like, but I'll go ahead with the sycamore. It seems like a good choice. Do I have my scythe? Yes, I do. Okay, scythe, and we'll go ahead and replant, because I'm a responsible steward of the environment. And we'll go ahead and chop her down. Now, I'm going to start out with just the fence, just like I did with the cow farm. And we might fill in a building over there later as well. But for now, if you recall, our fences look something like this. You make some lumber, and then you need to put logs like that, I believe, and lumber like that. Yep. So you need quite a bit of the logs, which I just don't have right here. So we're gonna go up here and get that one. We're gonna need probably 18 or 24 fences or so, probably 24 to be on the safe side. Looks like I've already got those leaves anyway, so let's go ahead and take this one. Chop, 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 and it's down. Okay, so if I just go like this, and yeah, that'll give me 18 fences. Let's see if I can make that work for now. And then to get a fence gate, you need a couple of those, and then you need some more lumber. And if I remember correctly, it's this. Yeah. Okay, so got a little bit of leftover lumber, 2 fence gates, and 18 fences. That's 20 total. That should be pretty close to what we're looking for. I like this location along the river here because it first of all, it's by the river. The river's pretty. Second of all, it just kind of creates a diagonal shape, which I like. In Minecraft, you don't get a lot of that. So let's go ahead and just kind of free ball this here. And let's, I'm probably going to need more fences. Let's put a gate there. Yeah, I think I'm going to have, aesthetically, that just doesn't look very good. I think I'm going to expand it. So let's get some more sycamore. Nice thing about this area, we're just completely smothered in sycamore trees. They're not growing very quick right now for some reason, but that's okay. There's one right up there with my name on it. Hope you guys had a good day. My day was long. I'm exhausted because I stayed up late. Again, this is recorded the day after I went to the new Star Wars movie, so a little sleepy, but still in the throes of the excitement from that movie, so it was great. So I've got 8 logs here. That should be enough for quite a few. Yeah, it'll be 12 more. Okay, so that's great. So let's go ahead and do it like this. We'll put a gate there. Got 7. Okay, so now we need to make... I've got 4 more. Best thing to do with 4 would be extend it 2 in one direction. So if I went that direction, it'd probably be easiest. So let's do that. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll leave a gate there. Okay, I miscalculated that, obviously. I think I meant to do this. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant to do. Okay, and then we've got our fence gates, so we'll put 1 there. And we'll put 1 here. Now this leaves plenty of room for a little house or something right about here, actually, is looking like the best place. Although if you want a path, maybe the path should go over here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But for now, let's go get our sheep. So sheep you can either lure with food or use a rope, either way. And I'm going to use a rope again, just because it's kind of fun. There are 4 sheep in the area, so we're going to be in really good shape. And what we want to do with our sheep eventually is we want to familiarize them and breed them. And then once we've bred them, we want to start manufacturing wool from them. It's a nice way to say kill them. But let's see if we can get... the first step is to get them in a cage. By the way, these pregnant cows were not so far off from the day that they will be giving birth. So that's exciting. Oops. And Yes, it's raining and the rain distracted me. I had to turn down the volume on my headphones, but I fell off the cliff. Okay, so this is a ram. You can tell he's a ram because he's got the horns. Well, let's go over here, buddy. Gotta get your friends first. I may not be able to find all 4 immediately, but and really, I really need 2 in particular, but it'd be nice to get all 4. There's one apparently over here. So let's get him. Is that one back there? Maybe. Where's this guy? Oh, there he is. Okay. Or she. Okay, there we go. We've got 2. Okay. And it's coming up on nighttime. We want to hurry this along for sure before the enemies come out and make this a more complicated process than it needs to be. Got some of that lovely TFC music going on. There's a pig. That's not what I was looking for. I think there's at least one more sheep right about here. Yes, it's another ram. So we might be harvesting him. But that's 3. That's good for now. Let's just try to get these guys back. We might have to go get the 4th one later. I know that there's a 4th one somewhere over there. But they wander a little bit, so you gotta watch out for that. The main thing is getting the ewe back. Ewe, female sheep. And without running into opposition would be nice. Opposition such as them. So I'm gonna line this hill. Try to stay on this side of the hill, kind of, you know. So the skeletons, the wither skeleton guys don't track me here. And we're just going to slowly be moving towards our destination. I'm using the mini-map primarily to get there. Go over the little hill. Come on, guys. And stay, skeletons. Good. Okay. Let's get them inside the cages. Okay, we got 2. I guess we just got the 1. Okay. Oh, hey, you're good. Okay, and I need to finish quickly before I die. Come on. Oh, we got the sheep. Come on. Come on, guys. Okay, we do not want him killing our sheep. So I'm going to kill the skeleton and come back and figure out the sheep. This is extremely inconvenient, guys. And they're hurting each other. That's kind of convenient. Oh, and there's a spider. That's not good. Oh, this is so annoying. And I just destroyed a sapling. Oh. Okay. Let's quickly get our sheep here before they run away. Come on, guy. Let's go down here. And let's hopefully you can recover your health fairly quickly as well. Come on. It's not that hard. There we go. And our last one for now is this guy. Let's go. Come on. Quickly now. I'd like to go inside. This is very inclement weather, Mr. Sheep. Mrs. Sheep. Is a ewe a female sheep or is it a juvenile sheep? I can never remember. I seem to have lost a string. There we go. Okay, 4 string. Back to full strength there. Okay, so we've got our sheep basically packaged there. Now it's a question of getting maybe that 4th one and then starting to feed them. And it would be nice to have this bridge complete for that purpose. I'll go ahead and feed them now, though, just to get the process rolling. So again, you can feed sheep the same way you feed cows, with grains. And so I'm going to use the maize. It's just so easy, you know. You don't have to process it at all. So nice. Best I say for this reason it's probably the best grain in the game. Also, probably one of the most important crops in real life. Okay, so our sheep are recovering from the brutal skeleton attack, and you just shift, right click, and it makes a little sound effect. And they're all fed, so that's great. So just do that about every day, and they will eventually become full-blown sheep, or, you know, pregnant and familiar sheep, I should say. So we are improving our level of civilization because we now have 2 domestic animals out of the possible 5 that we can get. Sheep, pigs, cows, horses, well, and then you got donkeys, and you got, but I was thinking chickens really was my 5th one. And then, of course, you can make mules with your donkeys. And then there are things, wild creatures that you can domesticate in this game, such as bears, pheasants, and deer, and dogs. So, okay, we're doing well. Let's talk about other food preservation methods. So let's go back down and finish up what we were doing with the cellar. So one thing that I was experimenting with, I had to add this entrance, and then I found this door. So in order to make the door, what you need to do is you need to get some lumber. Again, it's not lumber specific. You need to make it into a grid pattern like this. And then you go with your clay, and then the insulation in the middle, and there's your door. Okay, so you need a second door on this guy, and it's a double door, see that? And then if you shift right click, it'll tell you if it's complete. Now what I think I did wrong is I think this block needs to be a cellar block, which means that I need to get 2 more clay, really, is what I need. So do I have my shovel? No, I do not. So let's grab the shovel. And let's make a suicide clay run real quick. Do I have water? Yes. Okay, we're going to make a clay run. I never thought I would have used all my clay so quickly. But that cellar, just for those who are interested in using that mod, it's a very good mod, but it's a very clay intensive mod. So if you're going to use the mod, you better have a bunch of clay like I did, otherwise it's going to take forever to build anything. Okay, so we're just getting a bunch of clay here. We'll definitely be using the leftovers anyway. I'm really half tempted to just harvest this entire section. I think I will, because it's going to give us an honest picture of what this landscape looks like once we get rid of the clay. This is a unique landscape because there's only one thin layer of dirt and clay above the rock, which is highly unusual in general, and in this game in particular, where there's usually like 12 or 10 or 12 layers of gravel, sand, and dirt between the rock and you. Okay, so we're getting quite a bit of the clay here. Hopefully I've got room in my inventory for it all. 14 more, I should be able to do. Oh, that was dirt. Might not get all of that. Okay, so yeah, you know, it's 3 pieces. I'm not so worried about it. But, oh, what I could do is I could just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could go 1, 2. And I could go 1, 2. And that's our solar block, so that's the one I need. Put that back there. And then put this. I don't even know where this came from. Really, I don't need it, but. Or, you know, what you can always do is you can go like that, and then you just stack this somewhere for later. You can pick it up later. So that way you don't lose it. It sticks around. So, okay. Well, that's about as much as we're going to get there. So that's great. Okay, so let's go back and finish out that cellar. And then we'll start doing the cellar shelves, and then we'll explain how that affects storage. So, just like as you might like imagine, one aspect of cold storage, well, it's cold, right? So you want to keep things cold. I'm going to take a vegetable. Oh, I don't have room. Never mind. I'm going to put some stuff back. That was my cat. Oh, I guess I did have clay. Okay, well, whatever. I've got my dirt block there. Or my cellar block. So I'm going to go ahead and mine this one. By the way, on my mining, I got so much stuff. I got all these rocks. I got these smooth rock salts, and I got the regular rock salts. So very productive indeed. But let's put this cellar block here, and then let's try the double door concept. So that one opens from that direction. That one opens from the other direction. I like them opening from the same direction, preferably. So let's try that. Does that work? Well, it says it's either not complete or not chilled. And I wonder if I have to do, maybe I have to do the doors from the other direction. Let me try that. Or maybe I need to fill it with ice. That's cool though. Well, let's try filling it with ice and see if that works. I don't really have ice, but we're going to fill it with snow. This is the only source of cold weather blocks that I have, so this may not last very long. So I probably actually want to preserve it a little bit. Now if you use snowballs and you go like this, you get these snow blocks, and I think that'll work for this. So let me try putting those in there and closing this up and seeing if that works. Well, it should work. Let me just double check the wiki real quick while we're waiting. So, okay, door, build a door. Picture on the wiki has, let's see, just like that. That's exactly how it is on the wiki. So that should really work. You know, I'm not really sure why it wouldn't be working, but I guess in the meantime, let's take a look at our other recipes. So we need these cellar shelves, because there's really only 2 storage vessels you can use in your cellar. These and barrels. These are made simply by using lumber, so let me get some lumber. I'm gonna have a lot of those, actually. White elm. Let's just see how many I can make with this. So I believe it's just like a ladder. Yeah. Perfect. So we got 9 total out of that. That's not bad. That'll get us going on this. And then I'm gonna grab a salted fish, green apple, green beans, carrots, and that's it. Okay, and then we'll go down and we'll try this out. So this has been closed for longer than before. Let me see if it has any effect on this. I'm going to start using the double door like it was intended, by the way, where at least one is closed at all times. Oops. Well, that was kind of cool, though. I don't know if I can do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I do that? Oh, that's neat. Okay, well, that's kind of a nice symmetrical pattern. I might put some barrels in the corner. I don't know. It is not complete or not chilled yet. I guess we're waiting on the chill. Is it using the snow? I can't even tell. Should I do this? Does this make a difference? These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 2, 14 total. Alright, well, that should be what we need there. Throw some sandwiches. No, I cannot store sandwiches. Okay, good to know. I might actually want to place a kitchen. Whoops. Ah, shoot. I might want to place a kitchen somewhere near this. Like maybe this direction I could put a kitchen. Also, by the way, for this basement area, so I want this hallway to extend that way and probably come out through the cliff over there. But the other thing I want to do is I want to make a couple of other rooms. The kitchen comes to mind, of course, like I was just saying, but I want it to come out like down here, or maybe even here. That would be really cool. It's like a secret passage escape into the waterfall. But I want to make a vault down there, and maybe even a prison or a jail type of a place. So it'd be really cool. But assuming that works, we will take a look at that next time for how well that's storing food. Now, the other thing that you really should do to store food that I have not been as good at this particular playthrough, although I'm usually pretty good at it when I play by myself, is use of small vessels. Okay? Like these. Alright? So this guy, if I were to go over here, say, and get this fruit out, and you really got to be careful how much you put in there, but I could probably store that easily, and then 46. How about this? 44, that works. Okay. And then, no, that's too much. Well, this will be fine. So I'll go ahead and clear off the rot from those, and then what I'll do is I'll right-click that, and if you put your fruit in there like that, it'll, first of all, even just sitting it on the ground like this will keep it for a long time. But then, theoretically, if I can get my cellar working, yeah, it's saying it's not complete. I'm worried about that, but you can go ahead and put your... Oh, I cannot do that. I have to... Okay, never mind. I thought I could store them more openly, or with containers, but I guess I can't. Either way, though, this method of food preservation is better than the small vessels. Okay, last tip for the day on food preservation. I'm going to leave this down here. Last tip is you can do something called brine. So what you do for brine... Where did I put all these barrels? They're out here. So that's vinegar, cider, vodka. Okay, we have a full barrel of vinegar. I guess I'm going to use this unfull barrel, this 9,000 barrel. And then I've got this thing of water, but I'm going to get rid of the water. Alright, so I've got an empty barrel here. And then what I need actually are a couple, well, maybe just probably the one bucket there. So what you do is you go to the sea and you fill it with salt water. So instead of having fresh water, which is from the rain, you just fill it like this from the sea. You got 8,000, we'll do 9,000, and then that is good. So then, oops, then we will seal it, and then we'll take it, and we'll come up here with it. And let's see here, yeah, vinegar. So take the barrel off your back, stick it there, and then you need to unseal that, and then you get a thing of vinegar, and you put it right in the salt water. Boom. Oops. Now you have 10,000 of brine, and you still have, no, you don't have your vinegar left. Okay, good to know. So we've got brine here, as opposed to vinegar. Now, brine can be used to pickle things. So what I'm going to do is find something that looks like it'd be delicious in a pickled state. How about pickled garlic? That sounds good, doesn't it? Go ahead and delete the rot off of that. Well, what you would do is you would come down, and frankly, you might as well do this in your cellar because you're doing all your food. Oops. Sorry about that. There's a little keyboard issue there. You're doing all your food storage down here anyway. You might as well make it worth it. So it's still not thinking it's complete, but we'll get there. I might do some testing off camera on that. So here's vinegar, or I'm sorry, brine. So you go and unseal that, and then you got brine, and then you'll place your fruit there, and you seal it, and it says it's going to be brining. Now you can store it there indefinitely, and I think it shrinks its decay rate down to 0.1, which is 10% of normal. But if you take it out, then it's brined onion, and I think it goes up to 0.5, half of normal. So either way, it's a good deal. All right. So that is all I wanted to cover for food, storage, and preparation today. It's been about half an hour, so that's a good episode length. If you've been watching, thank you. Professor Snuggles is looking out for you, and we will see you next time on Let's Play Terrafirmacraft.